What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do a monthly manifestation for the sign of Taurus. Okay, Taurus, you guys are first on the zodiac lineup for group 2. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal. So take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay. So, of course, you guys, I had let you guys know that you all would be pretty much the group that would be last for the monthly manifestations, energies going up and down, fluctuating. And so I saved group 2 for last. Primarily, Taurus, it kind of lucks up for you because we're now in Taurus season, okay? Since the 20th going into about like the fifth or so, little ways past that. And so this is y'all's reading during your season, okay? Our season, if you will. But nonetheless, want to get you guys done, and hopefully we can roll into May with everybody in order, hopefully. All right. Um, just in case if you're not aware, the dates for this month, new moon was on the 8th, at the same time as the total solar eclipse. So a lot of heavy energy for everyone in the different collectives. Okay. The 15th is the first quarter moon, which was a time for checking on your progress on things that you're working on, um, whether it be business related or more so on personal growth stance. Okay. And then on the 23rd, which is just past, was full moon, which was a time of completion. Okay. Possibly maybe a phase in your life that is kind of wrapping up, um, or noting to yourself what needs to be done, a phase in your life that needs to be done. Okay. So, that could be the case for some of you. Again, these readings are for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay. Venus, when we get kind of in there, it's more so a placement vibe and not main sign. Okay. So hopefully you can kind of gauge where you are, Taurus, if you are familiar with your birth chart. Okay. So let's go ahead and kind of get into your reading. The month of April is primarily compelling us to follow our intuition, to change positions that promote balance, okay? Because that is what this year is going to be all about. If you take 2024 and you add it together, it comes up to 8, okay? And so this is a year of balance, and some things may have to change in order for there to be balance, okay? If you found yourself kind of overwhelmed or kind of bogged down with things since the beginning of the year, Taurus, it's time to let things go that are no longer serving you, so that way you can have some balance in your life, mind, body, and spirit. Okay. And it is about protecting ourselves from that in which is not serving us anymore as well. Okay. So hopefully it may be a little anxiety in a way, of having to do that, especially us being so used to routine. When things change, unless it's for our benefit, we usually don't have a problem with it. But when it is something that we don't want to see change, it's hard to adjust. Okay. And so kind of, let yourselves go through the motion, Taurus, and hopefully everything will pan out the way that it needs to. Okay. As far as understanding. Okay. So, one from the top, which is for new moon energy, one from the bottom, which is for first quarter moon energy, and then one energetically from the middle, and which I think I'm going here. With this one for full moon energy. Okay. Kind of feels a little off, but we'll see how things go. We do still need to clarify the energy. Okay. to see what else comes out for you guys, Taurus. Okay. Now, of course, all of the dates that I just mentioned are past tense. So I'm going to try to to do the reading in that sense. Okay. Now, let's see what was the mindset towards your intention or goal, Taurus, around the 8th. Okay. And the energy is gaining momentum. Okay, the energy is gaining momentum. All right, so that was the mindset for you guys, Taurus, in the sense of possibly, I always say with new moon energy, when it's, you know, preemptively coming, like May's is on the 7th, which is coming up, you may feel a spark of ideas or maybe epiphanies, if you will, of things that you want to do or what you want to accomplish. Okay, and so maybe something that has been kind of in the background or the forefront for some of you, maybe in the forefront, has gained momentum of you addressing it. Okay, as far as during the new moon. Okay, like I said, we did have that total eclipse and the new moon all at one time, okay, on the 8th. And so the energy definitely had to be super high for you to finally get moving, or we're already in a momentum to get things started. Okay, so next is the first quarter moon energy, which was on the 15th of April. Have you made any progress, or did you make any progress during the 15th? Okay, Taurus, conclusions are within reach as far as on the 15th and making any progress around that time. This same card came out, I believe, for someone in group 1, and I believe it was either between Scorpio or Cancer, okay, that got this. Okay, you can have one of those signs in your chart, but it was in their full moon, okay, placement. For you guys around the 15th, you were moving pretty much at a steady pace. Like I said, it could have been, you know, already something that you were working on maybe back in maybe the beginning of the year. And so wherever you are with it, maybe you've had some moments of, you know, do a little bit, then leave it alone, do a little bit, then leave it alone, but slowly making progress, depending upon what the goal was. Okay, if it was something that was, I'm not going to say really needing high attention, but maybe mid-level, possibly, as far as importance. Okay, level of importance, I feel like it's in between high and mid for some of you. Okay, anything that's like, you know, minuscule everyday things, you knock that out of the park with no problem. But something in particular that you've been working on since the beginning of the year, you are coming to a conclusion with it. Okay, so it probably only took you about 2 to 4 months to really get it done, and you were adamant about it. Okay, and so because you have been, conclusions are, and reach is coming up, full moon energy. Okay, it might have been finished for some of you in a full moon status of as this month or maybe last month. Okay, and so now you're probably ready to move on to the next thing that you want. All right, so with that being said, let's look into the full moon energy of has the intention or goal been achieved, okay, by the full moon of the 23rd. Like I said, obviously for one particular thing, Tauruses, we always got a whole lot of stuff going on, but it's usually things that we truly need to work on. Okay, and so you've probably checked off one thing off of your list and ready to go on to the next. But let's see, as far as it could concern other things that you might be working with. Okay, so expect powerful change, and we see we have the new moon here. Okay, and I think this was almost not the same card, but the same kind of energy, I think, within Cancer. So I don't know, you could have Cancer in your birth chart somewhere. okay? Um, for the new moon to come up in the full moon placement, and then in your first quarter moon you have the full moon coming up, okay? And so, like I just said, possibly starting on something else that you've been working on, to finally get that done, or get the inner workings of it done, at least outlining it. So expect powerful change, okay? Expect powerful change. So whatever it is that you are doing, it is definitely very powerful, very strong energy coming from it. And it is definitely something that is going to be beneficial to you and possibly to others, okay? So just take your time with it. Don't try to rush through it, Taurus. Even if it does seem like something that's like straightforward, always kind of anticipate um, the unknown, if you will. Okay, is the best way that I can describe it as far as the feeling of it. Just take your time with it, plan things out accordingly, make sure you don't skip over anything just because you want it to get done sooner than later, okay? Because you may have to come back and change something later, okay? Just to avoid that, all right? Being diligent is what Tauruses do, okay? We are very detail oriented, and we make sure we check off all the boxes before we put something out, okay? Things can definitely change in the blink of an eye, okay? But don't let it be you who's the reason why, okay? Don't ask me why I'm rhyming, okay? Obviously, it's important, okay? It's a divine message, okay? Whenever I rhyme, and I trust when I'm saying it, I can hear it, and I'm like, am I rhyming? But I don't say it on camera. I try not to, except for just now. But that is the gist of it, okay? So let's go ahead and get into the clarifiers, okay? Clarifiers for you, Taurus, right now. As we begin to get ready to shuffle, we have the Knight of Wands and then the Eight of Pentacles, okay? Rushing in someone, possibly passionate kind of connection while you're trying to work in a way, or you're rushing in to get to work on something that you are passionate about, okay? One or the other. There's multiple energies everywhere, okay? So bear with me, all right? But it feels like it's more of the latter, the second one, of you wanting to rush in to get to work on something that you're very passionate about, okay? But like I said, take your time. If you're rushing in on something, it may be that powerful change of something that you're currently working on, and you finally see that something needs to change in regards to it, okay? And that was a Knight of Wands. Now we jump and we flip, as we just shuffled, Eight of Pentacles to a King of Wands, okay? So a masculine energy, if you will, we all have, okay, in ourselves. After working diligently on something, then, making the directive of what the change is. And I guess maybe the first time you may have put something out, you could have been unsure a little bit. But now, bumping up from a knight to a king means you are definitely sure about a lot of things after you've had time to work on it and kind of review it and hash out the details of it, okay? So I feel like definitely maybe a business venture for some of you, Taurus. Others of you, very small few, it could be in regards to a relationship, of just kind of being firm on the sense of getting some work done, okay? As you see, Eight of Pentacles still here, all right, with a Five of Swords, okay? So again, maybe you've had to cut some people off, Taurus, in the sense of work, okay? You have a lot of things on your plate. Now, we don't have the Seven of Cups here as of yet. Again, I'm about to shuffle for the last time before we get ready to actually pull cards. But With this Eight of Pentacles continuing to show up, you've been very busy and not really having a lot of time for any kind of personal interactions, okay? It's mostly been about trying to get things done. And so you've had to leave some people behind, cut some people off, but for your benefit, okay? Like I said, protecting your energy, protecting your ideas, or just really hunkering down on work that has really torn you away from things that you usually love to do, okay? Even if that means family and friends that you're usually hanging out with, okay? And so they have to be understanding that with Taurus, I don't know about anyone else, but I know for me personally, home has to be taken care of first. Then I go play hard, okay? And so if certain people can't understand that, that's on them. It's not on you, okay? You're doing what you're supposed to do, all right? Let's get started on this clarifying. One from the top for new moon energy, one from the bottom, which is first quarter moon energy, and then one energetically from the middle. And my eye went straight to this one, if I can get to it, for the full moon energy, okay? We'll look at the bottom of the deck momentarily to see what the overall outcome is of this energy, okay? So to start, new moon energy, the energy is gaining momentum, is being paired with the strength card, okay? Strength card, Leo energy, okay? So you could either be dealing with a Leo or have Leo in your chart. It's an honorable mention. You don't have to be, okay? But it does feel like with that momentum, you gained the courage or the strength to make some changes, okay? Or to actually go after what it is that you are trying to accomplish, okay? So I don't feel like you need the strength with Taurus. We don't need to. We're already pretty much strong within ourselves. It's just sometimes we battle with insecurities about something or being unsure, depending upon what it is we're working towards, okay? And so I think you found the courage to do it, to speak on some things, and wanting your voice to be heard, but truly towards getting or going after this goal, okay? Let's get into the first quarter moon energy. Conclusions are within reach is being paired with the star, okay? There is a lot of healing going on for some of the Taurus collective, okay? Pouring into ourselves instead of others, okay? Taurus, have you found yourself kind of letting yourself go by the wayside a little bit? I will say we neglect ourselves sometimes because we're focused on helping everyone else, but we do not take the time to take the same advice and put it towards ourselves, okay? I know I suffer from it every now and again, and I need to, spruce myself up or, just to make myself feel a little bit better, and give me that, boost of confidence, okay? Plus, dealing with work and things like that, emotional stuff, it's time to make progress on it, okay? So conclusions are in reach. Maybe part of the Taurus collective is coming to some epiphanies, like I said, that are kind of following from the new moon energy, okay? Maybe for some of you it is about having the strength to start healing, and allowing things to be the way that they are, okay? In the sense of it's for your better good. It may not feel like it right now, Taurus, but it is, okay? Let things have a natural flow, all right? And so conclusions are in reach in the sense of either you understanding where you need to be at this time and where someone else is in regards to their timeline, okay? Now, of healing, okay? Lots of healing going on in the collective, especially with the last couple of years we've had, okay? Let's get into the full moon energy of expect powerful change is being clarified by the Empress coming out yet again. Okay. Um, I'm trying to remember who got this Empress card last. And I believe they were in group 1. I believe it was Libra. Okay. Libra got it. You could have Libra in your chart or dealing with a Libra, but I think it's birth chart placement. Powerful change in how you perceive yourself. Okay, Taurus. Really step into who you are, your true self, if you will. Okay, pick yourself up if you haven't already. Okay, start doing things for you. Okay, making decisions that you've never had to before. Again, if you're pursuing a business idea, or just in your natural career trying to come up a little bit, you are definitely headed in that direction, and you're going to have to start carrying yourself in that. Okay, so you could have a change in profession, career, or personal life in some way, but you are about to be at the top. Okay, between you and Libra. Okay, let's go into what the potential overall energy is. And we have the Nine of Pentacles, okay, coming out yet again. Okay, I believe the Nine of Pentacles came out again after Cancer. I think it was either Cancer or Scorpio. Okay, but nonetheless, Nine of Pentacles coming out here, Earth energy, being secure within yourself financially, okay, is definitely on the list, is always on the list for a Taurus. And I definitely feel like you guys can achieve it. Okay, we always can. All right. 9 coming out is possibly the completion of, again, a phase in our lives that is done. Okay, maybe done struggling, done people pleasing, and really focusing on you. This is not Nine of Cups energy. Okay, as far as emotional, this is about stability, this is about value, this is about knowing your worth no matter what anyone says or has done to you. Okay, Taurus, I strongly would suggest before I end the series, I'm not taking it off, but before I end the series, go look at some of your old energy shout outs. I do have a few more left that I'm trying to get around to before doing any other readings. Besides these, Your Heart's Desire is coming out. No worries on that, but just trying to fit in readings where I can. But these monthly manifestations do take precedent. Okay, but go and check some of those out. There's personal messages there for you guys, especially as far as just helping you with this strength, internal strength, if you will, to get and be more secure within yourselves of knowing your value and knowing your worth. Okay, so let's get into the next part of the reading here, Taurus, where we ask the question of what is the message of support for you to, and I'm going to say, continue to achieve or manifest your goals. Okay, what is the message of support for Taurus to continue to achieve and manifest their goals? I'm feeling about 3 or 4 messages to come out. I shuffle this deck a little bit. If something comes out, I'll take it. But we'll otherwise start at the bottom of the deck after we cut. Okay? I'm going to stop there. Nothing came out. Like I said, we'll start directly from the bottom. with 3 messages. Labyrinth to start, okay? Labyrinth. I believe Leo also got Labyrinth. Transition to a higher level of being, raising your energetic vibration, and enlightenment, okay? Enlightenment. You're about to be in for it, Taurus, in the sense of truly inner workings, mind, body, and spirit, okay? Of knowing and realizing who you are. Start considering all the things that make you the beautiful person that you are, Taurus, okay? Reminding yourself every day of what your greatest attributes are. And I'm not talking about physical, I'm talking about internal. I'm talking about personality. I'm talking about your character, okay? That's message number 1. Message number 2, self-confidence, okay? Self-confidence. Strong self-belief and a sense of worth, okay? Strong self-belief and a sense of worth, okay? I have to do this with myself every day. Again, we get so torn up and wrapped up in our usual mundane routine that we totally forget about the things that make us feel good, okay? This isn't just for women, this is for men, this is for everyone, okay? This is not gender specific at all, okay? Take yourself out. Take yourself out on a date. It's hard to do depending on where you are weather-wise, of course. You know, it's kind of mopey and things like that in the house. Make it a self-spa day, okay? Not about to do a shameless plug of my stuff. Just saying. That's what I do. I give myself a little pedicure at home. I go and I get my nails done. It was my birthday yesterday, so I had a little birthday behavior. Just even though doing my usual routine of going to the store, I dressed myself up a little bit and I felt good going out, okay? So even if you're not doing anything really special, build that self-confidence up, okay? Starting with your mental, okay? Last message is spirit, okay? Spirit. Spirit says, heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. Heavenly assistance from your angels and guides, okay? They know and understand that life gets hard for you. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to signs that may be around you that show you that your guides and angels are around, okay? As far as guiding you towards how beautiful of a person you are. Obviously, the star card being here, being that of assistance to you. Because as you build your self-confidence up for yourself, karma is then dealt out to those who took that part from you, okay? That may have took that internal spirit from you of making you feel insecure or unwanted or unloved, okay? That is about to change. The more you build yourself up, they will get pulled down, okay? So as long as you believe in that, not in the sense of being facetious or spiteful or anything like that, it's to build you, okay? To rebuild yourself up to who you know you are, okay? And make them regret it, okay? Without even caring if they see it or not, because it has nothing to do with it. Spiritually and energetically, it will be done, okay? Because you have your spirit guides on your side, okay? Now, let's see what's going on with the energy of the present self of Taurus, okay? What is the energy of the present self of Taurus? Last shuffle here before we cut. I mean, regardless, I don't know what feels better in the sense of making and looking at yourself in the mirror and knowing that you are a beautiful person and other people are just blind to it because they are blind by their own vanity. Okay. Now, we have beginnings east. Okay. Beginnings east, number 3 here. Okay. We have someone kind of sitting on some stairs here, pointing towards, it almost looks like an eye at first, but it's kind of like a compass, if you will. Spiritual compass is what I'm feeling the most. Again, the number 3 being here, mind, body, and spirit. Okay. Hopefully you started realizing this maybe back in March, being that the 3rd month of the year that is truly about centering ourselves. That's when the energy kind of started fluctuating for the collectives when it came to readings, and even myself. Really honing in on what it is that we needed to work on. New beginnings, if anything. Okay. So let's go into the book so we can read a message pertaining to this card. Okay. It is air energy, of course. And comfort and hearth is right up underneath it at number 11. Okay. So that enlightenment, that taking comfort and solace at home, just that is what you work so hard for, Taurus. Okay. So that is always going to be comforting to you. Okay. It says, worry not, a new dawn is breaking. Let go of the old and embrace the new. Flow forward without heaviness or anxiety. New ways of being are calling to you. Speak up with a clear voice. Do not resist change. Okay? Do not resist change. People may call upon the guardians of the east or the eastern direction as a way of unlocking the protective energies of portals at that element, okay, which is that of air, okay? The sun rose in the east, so the direction heralds new beginnings and fresh starts, okay? To go east meant to go somewhere new and exotic, okay? So again, maybe think of yourself as that, okay? One thing I normally do if I do go somewhere that I've never been before outside of Virginia, if I go somewhere else, I love being the exotic stranger. I've talked about this before. Because you're going somewhere where no one knows you, okay? Even if it's only for a little bit, you'll be surprised the difference. And sometimes even where you already live, go somewhere that you've never been before. Dressing yourself up, being your best self, going somewhere you've never been before, you get a totally different reaction from different people you've never met. And it's a great feeling, because then you don't know when you'll see them again or if you will bump into them again. But I guarantee you, you leave them with a good memory, okay? Some form of mystery, if you will, about yourself, okay? What is the potential energy for the higher self of Taurus, okay? What is the potential energy of the higher self for Taurus? 3 shuffles here. I'm going to go ahead and cut and get into the bottom of the deck. And we have the law of manifestation, okay? The law of manifestation. This card is coming out yet for a second time. We're just going to go with this one. I was kind of wondering if Spirit wanted us to go up underneath. And the answer is no. We're just going to stick with this one here. And I'm going to go ahead and reread it for you guys Let go of trying to control life and allow miracles. Okay, like I said before, this is page 7. Let things go in its natural flow. Okay, if you jump too far ahead, things will not happen the way they should, Taurus. Okay, so only deal with what you can and leave the rest behind. Okay, so it says here, let go and stop trying to force things to happen. Your higher self desires for you to be open to how things show up in your life. By controlling and outlining, the universe cannot deliver your dreams. Remember, spirit, your higher self, creates from nothing. So you must release the preconceived ways you think things have to happen. However, if you create in harmony with the unity of life and in service for the highest good, your ability to manifest will increase exponentially. When it comes to manifesting, mentally practice neutrality. Let go of attaching to an outcome and labeling anything as good or bad. Allow yourself to receive a gift from the universe today. Okay? So don't sit up here and start planning things and saying, if it goes this way, then I'm going to do this. If it goes that way, I'm going to do that. Okay? Because you're not if you're working in the law of manifestation, you're not allowing the universe to come in and say, okay, well, we're going to make it go this way. Because if you've already planned out what you think the universe is going to give you, what's the point of giving it to you? Okay, so let go of what the outcome is and just let things be. Okay, we do have a tendency of, when we're aiming for something that we want, we need to learn how to aim for that one thing, not the outcome, just the thing that we're looking for. Okay, that will possibly help you when it comes to manifesting. Okay, having multiple things going on, is nothing wrong with it. You just have to do what needs to be done for that one thing and move on to the next and let the universe deal with it. Okay, you've already done the legwork, the universe is handling the rest. Okay, if you expect bad, then you get bad. If you expect good, you receive good. Okay, we can't talk about what happens in between, or how or what happens in order for it to become good. Okay, we're controlling too much. We need to let go of some things and let the flow happen. Okay, so with that being said, Taurus, that is all that I have for you guys today. Again, multiple readings coming out soon, but monthlies definitely will try and come first. So until then, peace.